Hello and welcome to this demonstration of ROIAM. We're going to start at the system landscape where we can see the various systems connected. On the top you can see the source systems for the ROIAM product, and at the bottom you can see target systems. On the top we are currently looking at the SuccessFactors system connected through IPS proxy with its various properties needed for the configuration. We're using a standard destination through the BTP, and also we are configuring various properties related to the application. What we can see also is that we have an API paging, and also the definition of if we should create accounts and identities from this system, which would mean actually that this system is serving as a master data for our product. Now let's look at something else. We have various events, and these events are separated again in source and targets. And for the various events, you can also define for which repository those are enabled. Let's look at the source create event for Entro, for example, where you can see that not only the event is configured, but also it can be assigned to a process. This process we can also browse and look at the process definition, which is also in ROIAM, with the respective mappings from CI and the needed service interface. The interfaces on itself are part of the home screen, where you can again split between sources and targets. And in the sources we have both, of course, interfaces and also schemas. And let me show you, for example, we have also the IDM schema loaded, which is used for the migration process from SAP IDM to ROIAM. Something else which is quite interesting is we have a browser of the processes, and these processes you can see can be looked at from various perspectives, and you can search for them, and also you can browse and look. Again, this is the same process, if you remember, which we saw before in read-only mode. We can actually edit it here and add further steps. All right, let's switch back to the event log, which is actually also quite important. And for the event log, we can see that there are various events coming in. They have a type, they have a source, they have a target, which means that these events were started from a particular source system and they are dedicated for a particular target system. And each of these events, they're going through various phases. These phases could be summarized as initialize, prepare to execute, ready to run, and then we have certain triggers and certain events which are configured for each processing, called enrich, source, validate, and target. And of course, at the end, we also have a finalize step and one very important step called callback. Callback is needed every time we need to report back to the system that actually sent us the event. This of course fully configurable, but let's look at one create event just to show you how simple actually it is. We can also see the event structure that was sent, and you can see that the only thing that the data provides for this event is the ID that Entra has for a particular user that needs to be created. Then, using the enrich process right here, we are able to get more information about the user and practically retrieve only the needed attributes for the purpose. With this, the demo concludes. Thank you for your attention.